Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to You Therapy. This video is going to be a discussion and a practice of the DBT component of mindfulness. And mindfulness, if you haven't read about it or explored it before, is basically paying attention on purpose to the present moment, non-judgmentally. And Marsha Linehan has incorporated mindfulness into all four components of DBT therapy, but it's also its own standalone component as well. And I thought rather than just give a talk about what mindfulness is and how to use it to feel better, I would lead you in a mindfulness exercise so you could really experience it. And that is truly the way to learn mindfulness, is by experiencing it. So what I'm going to do is turn the camera around and use my snowy backyard as a place for you to spend a few minutes focusing as I lead you through a mindfulness exercise. So if you're willing to invest a little bit of your time to learn mindfulness, let's go to it. So let's consider the multitude of ways that you're distracted from being fully present to the current moment in your life. It is often a rare thing to be completely present. Even when we feel like we are particularly calm or focused, there are often multiple thoughts flitting in and out of our minds, or distracting physical sensations. All of these distractions remove us from the present moment and they scatter our focus. And when we're not in the present moment, we are often in the future, where we feel anxiety, or the past, where we may feel some depression. So we like to learn mindfulness skills, so we're here in the very present moment where we can remove those worry thoughts about the future or depressed thoughts about the past. So focusing here on my backyard, start to just notice the environment. What do you see? And notice what thoughts and feelings and even sensations you're having without reacting to them. And that's key, without reacting. That can be tough. Let's just observe the emotion you're feeling or the thought you're having, kind of like a scientist might. Just see it before you. See the thought, feel the feeling or the sensation. And we're not going to add anything to it. Just let it be there as it is. And we're not going to judge it, and we're not going to try to change it in any way. And avoid reacting to your emotions. You know, oftentimes we have emotions and then we judge ourselves quite harshly for having this feeling. But instead say to yourself, I notice that I feel, and whatever it is. And we'll keep the judgment away. I notice that I feel. And allow your thoughts, feelings, sensations to come and to go, because they always do. So we're going to control your attention, but not what you notice, not what you see, just bringing back your attention. Be sure you're breathing as you do this. Push away nothing. Even if something uncomfortable, even painful comes up for you, let's not try to push it down or push it away, say, oh, I'm not supposed to feel this way. We're not going to do that. But we're also not going to cling to anything, even if it's something really enjoyable or pleasant. Let's not cling to that and try and make that stay. We're just going to be with what is observing with curiosity. Be alert to all that enters your experience. Everything you see in front of you, whether you decided to, take a look at my backyard and focus there on nature, or in the room that you're sitting in, you could do that too. Just be alert to everything that enters your experience. Notice the thoughts, the feelings, and sensations. So mindfulness is not about relaxing necessarily or feeling good and only focusing on what feels good. It's really on being alert to everything that enters. Pay close attention to the input you receive from all 5 of your senses. Matter of factly, what do you see? Maybe even say it to yourself. What do you hear? Other than my voice, what else is there, around you? What sounds are around you? What do you touch? What do your clothes feel like on your skin? What's the air feel like on your skin? What does the furniture feel like holding you if you're on furniture? Or the floor beneath your feet? What does that feel like? What do you smell? Without judgment, just notice what smells are there. And what do you taste? Any tastes in your mouth? It may take a moment to figure out what those are. And now that you've observed, see if you're willing to use words to practice describing your internal experience. So you may write them down on paper, you may just say them aloud to yourself, but stay descriptive and simple. And if you've been taught to ignore your emotions or downplay or belittle your emotions, yes, it can be difficult to be attentive and mindful to that inner experience. And if you have difficulty or it feels really unnatural, which oftentimes it does when we're new at this, simply say to yourself, I notice that I'm feeling self-conscious right now. I notice I feel awkward right now. That's okay. It's what is. If you feel frustrated or anxious, say to yourself, I notice how my thoughts are coming very quickly right now. I feel anxiety where? Where do you feel it in your body if that's what's happening? So there's no right or wrong here. We're just going to describe in a simple way, in a non-judgmental way, what's here now. And if thoughts go to other places, things you need to do, things you're worried about, notice that. My thoughts are taking me here. And just gently but firmly bring them back. Bring them back over and over if you have to now, to here. And the third piece of the DBT mindfulness component is participating. So we have observe, describe, and participate. And with practice, mindfulness will allow you to more fully participate in your own life because you're there, present. Mindfulness can allow you to fully engage in all your experiences without needing to have a judgment, without needing to say it's wonderful, or without needing to say you hate it and it's awful. You're just participating in it and experiencing your life without judging or running away. And we all need to make plans for the future. And when you need to do that, fully participate in making those plans. So you're fully there with yourself while you're making the plans, writing your list for what you need to do. But you're still in your sensations, in your body, in your feelings. And allow yourself to be part of what's happening without obsessing over every detail or becoming self-conscious. With practice, those will lessen. And another thing to practice is letting go of thoughts like, am I doing this right? What do I look like when I'm doing it? Am I doing it okay? You know, where I'm at. You know, I've been doing this for 2 weeks now. Am I progressing? We're going to let go of those kind of thoughts because we're here now. So what thoughts or feelings come up for you as you hear me speak about these skills of mindfulness? Does it seem like it's an easy task to mindfully observe and describe and participate in the present moment? It's really common for a lot of people to feel detached or kind of checked out. They kind of numb out when they begin these practices, and just know that's normal, and even saying to yourself that that's how you feel if that happens. Because mindfulness allows you to reconnect with yourself, with others, and the world around you in a new way that's non-judgmental. And what's truly natural is being present and alive in the moment. You know, think of little kids or animals. The world that we live in, with all its technology and demands and material distractions, our internet has convinced us that there's another reality that's worth living in. And I know it may be ironic for me to say this as you're looking at my backyard. But the truth is, we disconnect from ourselves and the present moment when we get lost in this unfocused world of, you know, spinning thoughts or intense emotions that we're just reacting to. When we get lost in physical discomfort or feeling self-conscious, worrying about what people think of us, that's a disconnect. That's keeping us from being present and alive. Okay, so we have the camera back on me, and if you've made it this far in the video, this is a little bit longer video, but it is short for a mindfulness practice. However, you can practice mindfulness in just 1 minute, 2 minutes, you know, as you brush your teeth. Hook it onto something that you already do, but see if you can find a habit that you do in your daily life, and see if you're willing to do a mindfulness practice as you wash dishes or get ready for work or school, and see what that's like. And if you're interested in mindfulness, obviously there are a lot of books about it, and I'll put some in the resources and some other things in the resources if you're interested. And I just want to thank you for sticking with this and practicing this today, because I know it's a challenge. I know it is not easy to do. But as I said earlier, with practice, it does get a little bit easier most of the time and become more natural most of the time. So thank you so much for watching this video today, participating in this practice today. And I wish you well in this mindfulness practice. And I really hope that you will embrace as many moments as you can. Be well.